Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to you, madam. I am Nur Iza Khadija binti Ismail RC23273 from Ayaz team, and I will be the first to start the presentation. Before we proceed, let me introduce you to our team members of Ayaz team. We consist of four people. Starting from the left is Lee Yong Yi, Ainul Ma'adia, Aida Nadira at the third, and lastly me myself. Now let's move on to the first chapter, which is Introduction to the Biometric System. So first of all, what is exactly biometrics? What are biometrics and what are the more questions out there? Now let's dissect the term accordingly. The etymology of the word biometrics, when broken down into two Greek words, bio, which means life, and metrics, which means to measure. So according to various sources that you can see in the internet, majority hold the same definition, so it can be concluded as such. Biometric is body measurement and calculations related to human characteristics and features. So in simpler terms, it profits the unique differences in each individual and use it as a key to unlock any of your secure devices like your phone lock screen, password, and many more. So one of the most frequent examples you can see is fingerprint recognition. It works by capturing the unique patterns and regions of an individual fingerprint and compares it to a stored database for identification or authentication purposes. Fingerprint recognition is widely used in various applications, such as unlocking smartphones, securing access to buildings, and verifying identities in banking and financial services. Fingerprints are unique to an individual. Even identical twins have different fingerprints. Do you know that? Moving on to the next example, facial recognition. This technology analyzes the unique features of a person's face, such as the distance between the eyes, the shape of the cheekbone, and the contour of the lips. Facial recognition is commonly used in security systems, social media platforms, and airport check-ins. It offers a very convenient and intrusive way to verify identities and enhance security. The third one is iris recognition. Do you realize when you watch a movie or series with futuristic theme, they always use highly defined technologies and it always involves iris recognition? So, iris scanning or iris recognition uses a digital camera, visible light, and near infrared light. When the eye is between 3 to 10 inches from the camera, the computer works to locate the center of the pupil, the edge of the iris, the edge of the pupil, the eyelids, and eyelashes. Last but not least, handwriting. Yes, you heard that right. Handwriting is also used for biometrics identification. Now, you might wonder how and why, since it can be forged with the right skills. But here's the deal, biometric systems don't really examine the shape of each letter, but rather the act of writing itself. Things like the pressure you use, the speed, and the rhythm of how someone writes. Also recorded is the sequence in which letters are formed, like if you dot your I's or cross your T, or after you finish the entire word. So now I have presented all of these wonderful examples, and surely you must think, it's very good for everyone, and indeed it is. The advantages include high accuracy and ease of use. Like if you want to unlock your phone, just shove it in front of your face. But that's usually for iPhones since it has facial recognition. Secondly, it's convenient and non-intrusive since you don't exactly need to memorize your own fingerprint or shape or eye shape instead of long words consisting of numbers and symbols. It also makes it hard to duplicate or forge unless you're living in the future where cars can fly or swim and you can duplicate everything. And lastly, the possibility of risk is low due to the unique attributes of each people. But of course, there will always be a slope of misfortune here and there. Now, what are the disadvantages? Well, if you're not exactly rich enough, then you might want to think twice before implementing it. Also, the database that stores biometrics can still get risk to being hacked, resulting on data breach. And imagine when you had an accident and causes physical injuries that might disrupt your original structure, then your biometric systems cannot detect you as the original owner. And definitely difficult to adapt, but this mostly implied to older generations due to the time needed to change given their age and mental capabilities. So that concludes the first chapter of this project. Thank you, madam, and hope to get good marks from this.
Next is about the historical milestone of the biometric technology. Biometric technology has been developed over the years, beginning in 1869 with the Arbitral Criminals Act in the UK, which required keeping identity records for repeat offenders. In the 1880s, Alphonse Material introduced the material system, which used body measurement and physical features like scars to identify people. By 1891, began use fingerprints for criminal identification, marking a key milestone in biometrics. In 1892, fingerprints were used as evidence in a homicide case for the first time. Scotland Yard adopted fingerprint for law enforcement in 1901. British court accepted fingerprint as evidence in 1905. In the US, Congress authorized the Department of Justice to collect fingerprints in 1924, leading to FBI fingerprint database. In the 1930s, Greenberg suggested using iris patterns for identification. By the 1960s, Udo Bessel created one of the first computer-based facial recognition systems, though it still needs manual input. In the 1970s, the FBI introduced of the automated fingerprint identification system and the first commercial hand geometry-based recognition system. In 1985, Plum and Sapir patented an iris recognition system which became essential for later developments. Significant advancements occurred in the 1990s with the eigenface method by Trott and Padler revolutionizing automatic face recognition in 1991, followed by John Dolman operational iris recognition system in 1992, which introduced the iris code concept. Live scans fingerprint sensors also replaced traditional ink-based fingerprint during this decade. In 2001, iris recognition was deployed for UAE border control. Besides, iris recognition was implemented for frequent travelers at Amsterdam Schiphol Airport in 2003. Innovation like touchless fingerprint sensor were introduced in 2005, followed by portable iris scanner in 2006. The 2010s brought even more advancements, including touchless and multispectral imaging for fingerprints in 2010 and smartphone-based iris recognition system in 2020, enabling biometric on mobile device. From the timeline, we can see that biometric technology has progressed from 19th century criminal identification to advanced systems like fingerprints, facial and iris recognition, now widely used in security and mobile device.
Hello and hi. So in this part, I will explain about the relation of the biometric with the security of operating system. So first of all, operating system or OS play a fundamental role in managing the core resources of a computer system, including memory, processor, and files. Ensuring the security of these resources is vital to prevent attack, data theft, and unauthorized access. For this section, we will focus on two key areas of OS security, which is memory management and network management. So, in memory management, it has 2 points, which is isolation processes and access control. For isolation processes, it defines that it is allocate a separate memory space to a different process. This process allows the operating system to ensure that a process cannot access or modify process memory that does not belong to it. This isolation can prevent malicious software from interfering with critical system resources or stealing sensitive data with it. And next, for access control, it makes the memory management can allow the OS to define a strict access control policy. For example, operating system may restrict access to certain area of memory only. It can also ensure sensitive data is protected from unauthorized access by malicious program. So next, for the network management, is refer to the role of system operator in managing network connection. This includes managing the transmission of data between computers, enforcing network protocols, and also ensuring secure communication. This matter is very related to security because the network is very vulnerable to malicious attacks. Here are the way how network management affects security. So first, authentication and encryption. It is a talk about how network management ensures secure data transmission using encryption and authentication mechanism like SSL or TLS. It is also preventing eavesdropping and tampering with sensitive information. So next, traffic monitoring and intrusion detection. The OS monitor network traffic to detect abnormal pattern and potential breach, identifying exploits like buffer overflow or suspicious activities such as port scanning and unauthorized login. And lastly, prevention of malware spread. Network management help to block unauthorized connection, filter malicious traffic, and also prevent malware from spreading across the system. So, in conclusion, both memory management and network management are vital to operating system security. For memory management, it can prevent unauthorized access and protect sensitive data by isolating processes and mitigating vulnerabilities like overflow. And for network management, it enhances a secure communication through encryption, authentication, and also access control, and it also can preventing data breaches and cyber attacks. So together, these components safeguard local resources and network traffic, ensuring system integrity, confidentiality, and also availability while maintaining overall security.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ana Mardia binti Saiful Nizam. My ID metric is RC23133. I will explain about 3 real-world examples of the biometric technology is used. So, the first is airports, which is Dubai International Airport's biometric gates. So, Dubai International Airport has implemented biometric gates to revolutionize passenger movement and enhance security. These gates use advanced facial recognition and iris scanning technologies to verify travelers' identities. Passengers enrolled in this system can pass through checkpoints without needing passport or boarding passes. The system matches live biometric scans with encrypted data stored in secure database, ensuring accuracy and privacy. By eliminating manual check, the gate significantly reduces wait times, providing a seamless travel experience for passengers. Lastly, this multi-layered authentication system also strengthens airport security by preventing identity fraud and unauthorized access. The second example is smartphone, which is Apple Face ID. Apple Face ID is a biometric authentication system introduced with the iPhone X in 2017. It used a true depth camera to project over 30,000 infrared dots on the user's face to create a detailed 3D facial map. This facial data is securely stored in the device secure enclave, ensuring privacy by keeping it off external servers. The system incorporates liveness detection to differentiate real faces from photo or mask, preventing unauthorized access. It also adapts to subtle changes in appearance, such as wearing a glasses or growing a beard. Face ID enhances user experience by enabling secure device unlocking, Apple Pay transactions, and access to sensitive applications with just a glance. The last example is healthcare system, which is biometric authentication in hospital. Biometric technologies such as fingerprint and facial recognition system are transforming the healthcare sector. Hospitals use this system to securely link patient identities with their medical records, ensuring accuracy and privacy. Only authorized healthcare staff can access sensitive patient data, safeguarding it from unauthorized use. Biometric authentication is also used for staff attendance tracking and restricting access to critical areas like operating rooms or pharmacies. These technologies reduce error caused by manual data entry and prevent identity fraud, such as false insurance claims. By ensuring compliance with the data protection regulations, biometric systems enhance patient safety and improve operational efficiency in healthcare facilities. Thank you.